Hello, I'm Mary Silla. This is the Midday News. Prime Minister James Marape and Autonomous Bougainville Government President Ismail Torama on Thursday, 26 June, signed the landmark Melanesian Agreement in Port Moresby, charting a peaceful and legally defined course for the next phase of the Bougainville peace process. The ceremony was witnessed by moderator Sir Jerry Mataparai, ministers from both governments, members of the Bipartisan Parliamentary Committee on Bougainville Senior Public Servants, and international partners, including the United Nations and foreign diplomatic missions. Marape reaffirmed the national government's total adherence to the constitutional process, stating that the Bougainville issue must proceed according to the provisions of the 2001 Bougainville Peace Agreement, now enshrined in Part 14 of the Constitution. The Prime Minister also reaffirmed the government's commitment to empowering Bougainville economically, referencing recent decisions to transfer full shareholding in key resource projects to the Bougainville government. In Goroka this week, thousands of women from across Papua New Guinea and abroad have gathered in a powerful celebration of faith, unity, and legacy. The United Foursquare Women's Movement is marking a historic 50 years since its founding in 1975.
The town of Goroka came alive as nearly 5,000 women from across Papua New Guinea and the Solomon Islands marched proudly through the streets, marking the golden jubilee of the United Foursquare Women's Movement. The official launch was held at the National Sports Institute with vibrant processions and heartfelt prayers led by women representing all 5 regions: Southern, Womase, NGI, Upper and Lower Highlands, including delegations from as far as Arab, ENB, and Kavieng. This historic moment also honored those who laid the foundation in 1975. Among them, Reverend Kumoro Vira and wife Popoino, along with Reverend Wayne Norumo and his wife, Pastor Tanoaye, whose dedication helped shape the movement's identity. Adding a deeply emotional connection, the youngest daughter of the original Foursquare missionaries to PNG, Linda Becca McCarthy, returned with her husband Paul, now president of Foursquare Australia, to witness the legacy her parents began in the Fayantina Valley 50 years ago. Throughout the week, guests will visit Foursquare institutions across Eastern Highlands Province. As the celebrations reflect on 5 decades of women's spiritual empowerment and leadership, the celebrations will culminate this weekend, closing a powerful chapter in the Foursquare women's story and inspiring the next generation to carry the torch. Jasmine Irojak, TVWAN News.
Yangaru South Sea Police Barracks in East Sepik Province has been operating without a certificate of occupancy and needs to be addressed to avoid eviction. Assistant Commissioner of Police for Special Operations Donald Yamasombi brought this to the attention of the land's Secretary Benjamin Sampson during the Certificate of Occupancy presentation at McGregor in Port Moresby yesterday. He highlighted the need to have this sorted, as this may lead to eviction or a stop in further development taking place. Secretary Sampson assured Yamasombi that his department will work with the police to secure the occupancy certificate for the Yangaru Police Barracks. In sports, Team PNG arrived safely in Kororo, Palau with the second Air New Guinea charter carrying athletes and officials landing at around 1 a.m. this morning. The team was received with a warm welcome at the airport terminal, comprising approximately 180 athletes and team officials. Team PNG has settled comfortably into the Games Village following an extensive 5-hour flight ahead of the official opening ceremony scheduled for Sunday. Flag bearers Joshua Tarere representing swimming and Thelma Toa from weightlifting will lead Team PNG during opening ceremony. TVWAN will be broadcasting the opening ceremony live at 7 p.m. Team PNG is set to compete in 9 of the 12 sporting codes, and as the reigning champions of the Pacific Mini Games, their ultimate goal is to defend their title and showcase their talents on the big stage. Team PNG is ready to defend its title as the champion of the Pacific Mini Games. A total of 185 athletes and officials, including the general management team, are part of over 1,500 athletes from 22 other Pacific nations to compete across 12 sports in a celebration of unity and athletic excellence.
PNG will be competing in 9 of 12 sports on the program. The sports are athletics, basketball, volleyball, softball, swimming, table tennis, vaha, volleyball, and weightlifting. Team PNG will compete in both the men's and women's divisions of these sports, except for beach and indoor volleyball, which will only field the men's teams, while softball is only for women. President of PNG Olympic Committee, Emma Waiwai, congratulated the athletes and officials who made the final team and encouraged them to be good ambassadors of Papua New Guinea. She said Team PNG does not represent the PNG Olympic Committee, it represents PNG as a nation.
And knowing that the government has come behind them to support them, to make sure they go to the games, to make sure that everything that they need is given to them, I think that's really, really important. So to all our athletes, you've been given a lot of support, not only from your national federations or your coaches, but your family support has been there, the Olympic Committee support has been there, even the PNG Sports Foundation through the High Performance Center, we've made sure that, all of this has been put in place. And so you go as our ambassadors, you go there representing a whole lot of people. But, you're not just going unprepared, you've actually prepared for this trip. And so when you go, it's just like you're playing another game, a lot of words of encouragement given to you. Take that in and go and play your best. That's what we really want from you. Go out there and give your best, play your best, knowing that the whole of the country is right behind you.
The Pacific Mini Games begins on the 29th June and ends on the 9th of July 2025. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
A fifth straight premiership is still very much on the cards for the Panthers after a win over the Bulldogs last night. Not shy of the big moments, Panthers star Nathan Cleary delivered one for his team to lead them to a thrilling 8-6 win over the Bulldogs.
Because of a groin issue he carried into Origin 2, Cleary didn't kick for goal, while Dylan Edwards instead taking the tee. New South Wales coach Laurie Daly would have breathed a huge sigh of relief as Cleary got through the game unscathed. Up 8-6, Edwards missed a simple penalty in the dying minutes, which opened the door for the Bulldogs to steal the win. The Bulldogs had one last chance to hit the front with the final play, and it looked on when Stephen Crichton made a mini break close to the line, but his pass was knocked down and went into touch. There was some drama inside the final 3 minutes with the Bulldogs awarded a penalty after Brian To'o was placed on report for a contentious high shot. With the kick to be 30 meters out and on the sideline, the Bulldogs elected to kick for a touch instead of attempting the game-tying kick. The game featured several bruising hits, with the tenacity of both teams the highlight. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
And that ends our midday news. Do join me again at 6 tonight for our main bulletin. Bye for now.
time you dig out here.
Holy something moved in there.
This was put here. You got a skull? Like a human skull?
We've always believed that gold is cursed.
Now, Chad.
Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch, Thursdays 9:30 on Discovery.
That's a big dude.
How do you get bit by a camel?
1,000 Pound Sisters, Mondays 8:30 on TLC.